Hey YouTube, I'm Jess. Welcome to a new video. For today's video, we're gonna do a video using some new makeup and some old makeup. I was shopping the Sephora sale, so I have some new stuff to try out and I want to venture into my makeup collection and use some of my older makeup that I haven't used in a while. So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. If that's something you think you wanna watch, then just stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. Let's jump right in. I did my skincare like an hour ago. It's still feeling very hydrated, but I think I want to go in with a little bit of a primer situation. So I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. Just pop this on first. Feels nice. So I didn't go crazy in the Sephora sale. I only got 3 things. I restocked on my Kate Somerville Biomimicking Peptide Serum, which I've been talking about a lot lately. If you guys want to hear some more about this, I'll link a video across the top here where I go a little bit more in depth about it. And then I did get some new makeup. So I bought the Hourglass Advantage Concealer and the Rare Beauty Cream Blush. So we're gonna try both of those out in today's video. Before we do that, I wanna use some makeup in today's video that I haven't used in a while or used like very much on my channel at all. So I think I wanna start with my eye makeup. So I'm just gonna really quickly prime my lids with my Urban Decay primer potion, and then we'll start with eyes, because the palette that I'm going to use in today's video is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. I have only filmed, I think, 1 video with this. I might have used it in a second video too. I can't really remember, but I haven't used it in ages, at least since we've moved, which has been like a month. So I'm going to bust into this guy today. And Natasha Denona shadows have quite a bit of fallout, which is why we're going to do my eye makeup first. I think I mostly want to use this color down on the bottom here. This is Palladium. In some lights it looks really pink. There you go, you can see how pink it looks there. And then it has kind of like this bronzy shift to it. So I think that's really fun. So I'm gonna go ahead with that one all over the lid to start, I think. So I'm gonna dip right into that color. Oh, it's called Bliss. I was saying the wrong name before, I think. It's called Bliss. I'm just gonna throw that all over my lid. Probably should have put concealer down first, but it's okay. I have so much darkness around my eyes, it helps me a lot if I put concealer down before I go in with eyeshadow. Wow, this is such an interesting color. It's not even so much as like a duotone shadow where it like changes as you move. I mean, it kind of does, but you can really straight up see like that it's a pink base. Like, look how pink my brush is with so much gold glitter in it. It's so interesting. Let me see if I can show you guys. Love it already. I feel like this is like gonna be my summer color. I was obsessed with pinks last year too. I was using the Charlotte Tilbury Rose Gold Eyes to Mesmerize shadow in the Pillow Talk palette like all of last year. Last summer anyways. Why do I just only want this to be the only color that I use? It's just so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, I have a little blender brush and I'm gonna dip it into, let's go Ridge right here. I haven't used this color yet. And I'm just going to use that to blend out the edges and just add some depth in this inner corner right here. I'm gonna link the first video that I filmed with this palette in the description box. I'll put it up here too. It is, I did a look with like these darker colors in the palette and I loved it. It's one of my favorite looks that I've ever worn. Okay, I legit think those are gonna be the only 2 colors that I use because I'm just so in love with this Bliss color from the palette. So let's leave that there for now. Let's do a fun eyeliner. Last time I did a Shop My Stash video, I used this blue YSL liquid liner and that was so fun. So I want to do something like that again. I have this Glitter Pop Peel Off eyeliner from Too Faced. Let me show you up close here. It's black and it has gold glitter in it. So I feel like that'll go with the gold glitter in the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. Oh, it has a really nice little brush on it. I've used this before, but I haven't used it very often. I'm just gonna do a nice little thin line across my lash line. I feel like when I used this before, the black base was a lot thicker. I'm gonna just go over it again to try and make it a little bit darker because on my eye it just really looks gray. Okay, the second coat helped with that for sure. So I'm just gonna clean out any fallout from underneath my eyes. There's actually not really any with that color, which is nice. But I can kind of clean up the edges of the shadow here at the same time. And it is foundation time. So a foundation that I have not used in a while on here is my Dior Forever foundation. Oh my god, the smell of this is very nostalgic. I just realized there's so much cream blush on my sponge. Hopefully that doesn't come off on my face. I think we're good. I first started wearing this Dior foundation when I was working at Holt's. So the smell of it is bringing me right back to that time in my life right now. And it was good times. Those are good memories for sure. So I thought it would be fun to do like a shop my stash video mixed with a like Sephora haul trying new makeup video because I don't know, it's like pretty unrealistic for anybody besides like an influencer to get like a full face of new makeup on a regular basis. I think most people are just buying little things here and there and incorporating them into what they already own. And so this should be like hopefully a pretty like relatable video. Just building up the coverage a little bit. This little pimple was still poking through a little bit, so I just added a little bit of coverage there into my chin and my nose where I felt like I needed a little bit of extra coverage. Now for something very fun. I'm so excited to try this. I love buying new concealers and I haven't had a new one in like a year to try. This is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I have mine in the shade Silk and I opened this up in my vlog yesterday and I was shocked by how lovely this packaging is. Like I've seen YouTubers use this a ton, but I never realized like how beautiful the packaging is. So I just really wanted to show you a close-up of the frosted glass, this beautiful cap with that H in the logo. Absolutely stunning, and I'm so excited to try it. This is also a color that I wouldn't typically go for. I mentioned when I was unboxing this, but I usually go for very yellow undertoned foundations and concealers, but I was noticing with this guy right here, the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, this has a yellow sort of golden undertone, quite yellow, and sometimes I feel like it makes my under eyes look green. So I wanted to try something with a little bit more of like a pinky undertone to it and see how that works. So that's what I got with this one. Ah, I love new base products, new foundations, new concealers. Like, even though I have foundations and concealers that I love, I just love trying new ones. It feels so nice. Like, the actual, like, feeling of the doe foot on your face feels lovely. I have a feeling this is going to be a nice color. This is more similar to my Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher Concealer, which I have in shade 2. Okay, so even though I didn't put that much under my eyes, I feel like I put too much. So you don't need very much product at all. I kind of feel like I need a little bit of a brush to blend this out because of how like almost thick it is. I definitely put on too much. Coverage is really nice. It's a bit tacky almost. A little bit like, yeah, definitely thicker than the Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher for sure, but even thicker than the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Yay, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna set that with the Hourglass Vanish powder. I feel like these two products should work very nicely together, obviously. hopefully. Okay, that looks good. Let's see how that wears. So I used this the other day, but I haven't been using it very often, the Bare Minerals concealer. I kind of forget about it until I need to like correct something. I find it's such a good little erasing product, but because it's kind of in my mind, I think I'm just gonna add a little bit of that on top just to kind of brighten up that under eye as much as I can. And then I'm gonna do some contouring. So I've been using cream contour a ton lately, so I thought it would be fun to go back into a powder contour. So I'm gonna use the Sculpt shade from the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. Contour my cheekbones with this a little bit. I love this color. Whenever I don't use it for a while, I kind of forget how perfect it really is. Let's do my nose. A little bit on my temples. So this is not like a super cool tone contour color. It's nice and neutral, kind of in between, so you can contour and bronze with it. So I could definitely just leave it like that, but I think I want to add just a little bit more warmth to my face as well. So let's go in with a little bit of a warmer bronzer to do that with. And I'm gonna use this Dior bronzer in 001. I feel like I've been trying to use this up for so long. You can see how well I'm doing. It just goes and goes and goes. It's lasted me for so long. So just gonna use that to kind of warm things up a little bit, give me a little bit more of like a summery bronze. And I'm gonna take this one down my neck as well. Oh my god, I just love putting on foundation and concealer, and then when that definition gets back into my skin and it's looking so glowy and sculpted. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, so I'm gonna fill in my brows really quickly here. I'm gonna use the Glossier Brow Flick. This is another thing that I haven't used in ages. I have not really been filling in my brows at all. I've just been using a tinted brow gel because they're just so overgrown. Like, they don't really need much, but just for the sake of the video and like using something that I haven't used in a while, let's go ahead with this guy. And then I will also go in with my regular brow gel, which is also from Glossier. I have both of these in the color brown. All right, let's do a little bit of highlighter now. I think I'm gonna use, oh yes, let's go with this guy. This is the Carly Bible BH Cosmetics palette. I heard her say in a video that she was like talking to BH about bringing this back, possibly. Maybe she said it wasn't possible, but I know she mentioned she was talking to them, so you never know. This is probably one of my favorite highlighters I've ever used, this goldy one right over here. And I haven't used it in a little while, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pop a little bit of that on. I feel like the color of this with the gold flecks in my eyeshadow is just a flex. They're gonna go so well together. Now for something very fun and very exciting. This is the Stay Vulnerable Nearly Apricot Cream Blush by Rare Beauty. I have not tried anything from Rare Beauty yet, and Selena is getting rave reviews for this brand. When I opened this the other day, I almost died. Look how cute. So cute little millennial pink packaging. And then this is the color that I picked up. I wanted something peachy. So when these first came out, they got rave reviews. Everybody was loving them. I've been in love with cream blush lately, so I didn't have anything peachy like this. This is also a great price point, so if I like this, I'm excited to try out some more of her stuff as well, because it's very affordable to do so. Kind of wondering, like, should I use a sponge and just dip it right in there? Should I use a brush? Let's start with a brush. So I'm gonna use the Hollywood Complexion brush from Charlotte Tilbury first. It's so sad to like go in and make it gunky. Okay, and let's go right in. Sponge now just to blend it out. I do feel like my foundation picked up a little bit right here on my cheek, so that could be from the way I'm applying it. I don't know. Let's try it on this side. like adding a little bit up here these days too. Okay, so I feel like the sponge is not the way to go with this. It's perfectly fine until I go in with my beauty blender, and then I can see it picking up the coverage from my foundation. So I'm gonna stick with a brush. I like the color. I like how easily it blends out. That's an issue that I have with my Glossier Cloud Paint, is that it's just so hard to work with and to blend out because it's way too pigmented. This one is really like subtle and natural and like easy to build up. And it just kind of looks like a super natural like flush to my cheeks, as opposed to like boom, like so much color. So I do really like that about it. I can't really tell if it's matte or if it has a glow. It doesn't say if it's supposed to be glowy or not. But yeah, what do we think? I like it. I have to try it out a bit more to decide if I'm obsessed with it, but I definitely like it. I think the color is really nice and natural, and it's like the peachy tone that I needed in my makeup collection, and I really like how easy it is to work with. All right, so I got really ahead of myself there. I'm realizing now, and my eyes are not finished yet. Not even close. I'm gonna take this color from the top of the palette here. This is called Suntan, like a reddy brown tone. I'm gonna go on the brush that I used to put the pink color all over my lid, and I'm gonna run that along my lower lash line. And then I feel like it needs a little bit of ridge that I used in the crease up on top as well, just to be a bit more cohesive. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that here too. And then I want pink highlight on my inner corner, so I'm gonna come back into the Carly Bible palette here, and I'm gonna take, which one? Maybe this one. I thought I was gonna do this one down on the bottom, but I think this one right here has a little bit of gold, a little bit of a gold vibe to it as well, and that will mix in with everything that I have happening here. Pop a little bit of that right on the inner corner. I don't know why I'm like dreading putting on mascara and lashes. I'm honestly so over putting on lashes, but they looked so nice in the last video where I was wearing them. And I feel like I really like this makeup look, so I should do it justice by putting on lashes. So let me go ahead and just do that real quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, did that. So I was listening to Taylor Swift this morning, and she was singing about red lipstick, and it made me really want to wear like a reddy toned lipstick, but I don't want to do like full on red, so I'm gonna do kind of like a pinky red moment. So I'm gonna start with red lip liner. I think I'm gonna use Kiss and Tell from Charlotte Tilbury. And then the lipstick that I chose is again from Charlotte Tilbury. This is Electric Poppy. So it's like a corally pinky color. Some women have called it red before. I don't really consider it a red, but it's gonna have like that red vibe with the lip liner. So let's go in with this guy. Wow, I haven't put on a bright saturated lip like this in a really long time. I love it. I feel like I need a little bit more blush. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try this guy with my finger. Ooh, it's so balmy, it's so emollient. I did not get that vibe from using the brush. Let's see if I can show you the texture, like, see how glossy and thin that is? Okay, finger's working really nicely. I feel like that might be more the way to go. It's funny how some people think using your fingers is easier. To me, it feels like such a hassle to have to use my fingers for stuff. If that's the way it works best. Ooh. Let's add a little bit more because I'm in love with blush right now. And voila. Okay. So fun. All right, and I'm gonna finish this off with a little bit of my Tatcha. I don't use this very often as a setting mist because it's not the best for my skin type, but it does look so pretty, so I thought I would use it today. And here we have it. That is the finished look, you guys. I'm gonna be very happy with this blush. I really like how natural it is. Like for super natural looks, I think it's the one. I've been really into super blushy looks lately, so I think it kind of threw me off a little bit at first, but once I got my finger in there and kind of worked it in that way, I think it is gonna be really good. The concealer, so far so good. It's creasing a little bit under this eye, but I would say that that is just due to the fact that I used too much product. This eye is looking perfectly creaseless. Looks good, coverage is good. I think this look is so much fun, so colorful. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I loved filming it with you today. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. That's gonna help more people to see it too. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
You're the reason I will find